I'm Tami Eggleston. I'm a professor of psychology at McKendree University, and I'm outside today kind of relaxing because I'm talking about stress. And all kinds of things can cause people stress, and I bet a lot of times you say, I'm so stressed out. And stress can come from people in your life, it can come from work, or it can just come from things going on inside of your head where you wish you were a better golfer, you wish you were a better tennis player. All kinds of things can cause you stress. Psychologists have been studying stress for a long time, and there's kind of some conflicting theories about what really makes you stressed out. Most of us know that stress comes when something happens in your life, a change, some unexpected thing, and then your brain has to decide how to cope with that. So for example, if you suddenly saw a bear rushing towards you, your brain would probably say, there's a bear, I'm scared, I feel stressed out. But it's actually more controversial than that. We don't know if maybe you see the bear, then you say, I'm scared, and then that makes you stressed. Or is it the other way around? You see the bear, your brain starts to produce all sorts of chemicals, you feel stressed, and then you label that fear. And that's a really big distinction, and psychologists spend a lot of time studying that. So some of you would probably get on a roller coaster ride and go, this is awesome, I love riding a roller coaster. And other people would say, I don't want to ride a roller coaster, that would make me stressed. In the same way that some people might see a drag car and say, that's awesome, I want to jump in that race car and go 180 miles per hour. And other people would say, there's no way I want to jump in that race car. John Anderson, come fall, Mike Eggleston. For you to see what kind of person you are and how you cope with stress. So I want you to think in your head, how would you answer these questions? Would you say definitely yes, kind of in the middle, or definitely no? Number one, I play games to win. Yes, maybe, no. I hate to wait in lines. Yes, maybe, no. When I drive, I easily get irritated with other people. Yes, maybe, no. I walk and I eat fast. Yes, maybe, no. And the last question, it bothers me when someone takes too long to finish a sentence. If I just irritated you, that definitely means you're a yes. Or maybe that didn't bother you at all. So think about yourself and how you answered those questions. The more yeses that you had, if you like to talk fast, you like to walk fast, you get irritated when you drive, that means you're more of a type A personality. And type A basically means that you're a little bit easier to get stressed out because things irritate you and you're always in a hurry. And some of you might just think, well, that's kind of funny, you're a type A person. But I want to tell you a quick story about how we learned about type A. There were actually two cardiologists named Friedman and Roseman, and cardiologists are heart doctors, of course. And what they found out is they had some chairs put into their waiting room. And on these chairs there was some really expensive leather. It was really nicely upholstered. And after about 2 months, they noticed that all of the upholstery was rubbing off on the arms of the chairs. So they took it back to the upholsterer and said, why are these chairs wearing out? We spent a lot of money on this leather and they're wearing out. So the upholsterer apologized, put new leather on the chairs. Well, about 2 months go by, and sure enough, the upholstery is rubbing off. And they take it back to the upholsterer, and the upholsterer says, I have these same chairs in other offices. I have them in businesses. I have them in dentist office. And what these cardiologists found was the type A people were so fidgety when they were in their waiting room that they were rubbing on the chairs, and they were fidgeting so much because they were in such a hurry, and they were so irritated waiting for the doctors that they were actually wearing off the leather upholstery. And that's kind of a legend in psychology because it shows that type A people are always fidgety, always in a hurry, and then they're also more likely to land in a cardiologist office because they're more likely to have high blood pressure. So if you're sitting out there right now saying you're type A, and I'm a little bit type A, there is good news. You can cope with your type A behavior, you can cope with stress in all kinds of different ways. And fortunately, every psychology book ends the stress chapter with all kinds of different ways to cope. And I hope you'll spend some time looking at those different ways to cope. So even if you're a type A person like me, you can try to use things like being healthier, taking time to relax, taking time to enjoy the great outside, having some hobbies that you enjoy so that you can deal with that stress in your life.